hide and seek. I mean, it's a game we've all played, right? It's just universal. You remember that feeling? The thrill of finding that perfect hiding spot, trying to stifle your giggles, your heart just hammering in your chest waiting to be found? It's a memory so many of us have. But what happens when that game gets twisted? You know, when the person looking for you isn't your friend? Or even creepier, when you realize you're not the only one hiding in the dark? Well, today, we're gonna dive into those absolutely chilling moments when a simple kids game becomes something else. All right, so let's get right into it. To really get why these stories are so terrifying, we kind of have to start with why the game feels so safe to begin with. It really all comes down to the rules, doesn't it? They create this predictable, totally controlled little world. You've got clear boundaries, right? Don't go past the big oak tree, stay out of the creepy attic. And, maybe most importantly, the whole point of the game is actually to be found. That's the goal. The fun is in the reunion, that burst of laughter when your friend finally finds you behind the couch. It's like a simulation of being lost, but you know there's a guaranteed happy ending. And this quote here, wow, it just perfectly captures that initial feeling, you know? It's the sound of the game starting exactly how it's supposed to. There's this incredible thrill in the silence that comes right after, that playful waiting. You're tucked away, your heart's pounding, and you're just listening for those familiar footsteps of your friend to start getting closer. Okay, but here's where it gets interesting. What's so fascinating about these stories is that precise moment when all that security just shatters. It happens when something new gets introduced, something that absolutely does not belong in the game. And this is the first clue. Imagine it. One storyteller is hiding. He knows his friend is downstairs counting, but then he hears footsteps upstairs. Right then, the whole logic of the game just starts to break down. The sounds just don't line up with where everyone's supposed to be, and this really terrifying question starts creeping into your mind. And if you look at all these experiences, you start to see a really clear pattern. The fact that there's an unknown player, it's almost always revealed through sound first. You get these heavy footsteps out in the woods that don't belong to any of the kids, or a weird scratching out a window when you know everyone is accounted for. These phantom noises, they're the first red flag that your game has been infiltrated. And that, right there, is the question that just changes everything, isn't it? All of a sudden, that quiet you were enjoying isn't peaceful anymore. It's menacing. The darkness that was your fun little hiding spot now feels like it could be hiding a real threat. And just like that, the entire foundation of trust the game is built on, it's just gone. So all of this is building to a turning point, and it's that one single moment where the fun, the playful thrill just completely evaporates. It's replaced by this raw, primal instinct to just survive. This moment is just absolutely chilling. The storyteller, he hears footsteps upstairs and figures, oh, it's my friend Chris. So he comes out from his hiding spot. But then he calls down to the basement, and Chris answers from the basement. He was never upstairs. And that realization hits like a ton of bricks. It's instant, and it's horrifying. Those footsteps, the sound of breathing he heard in the room with him, it belonged to someone else entirely. So the really crucial thing here is this psychological switch that just flips. I mean, this slide lays it out perfectly. Your goal is no longer get found, it's remain unseen no matter what. The emotion just jumps from excitement to pure absolute terror. And the stakes? We're not talking about winning or losing a game anymore. We're talking about your personal safety. And you know what makes this terror so much worse? It's where it's all happening. This isn't some haunted house you paid to go into. This is your house, your own bedroom, your backyard, the woods behind your house you've played in a million times. These are supposed to be your safe spaces, right? So the invasion of some unknown threat into these sanctuaries, it feels like a total violation.
But the story doesn't just stop when you manage to run out the back door, or when a parent comes home and scares the person away. What happens after? After the immediate danger is gone, and the game is long over.
Well, the escape is really just the beginning. What comes next, so often, is this incredibly frustrating feeling of not being believed. The police come, they find nothing. Your friends or your parents, they just kind of laugh it off. Oh, you just have an overactive imagination. But the impact on you is so real, and it's lasting. Not being able to sleep, a permanent fear of strange noises in the dark, and making a promise to yourself that you will never play that game again.
And this quote, man, it really gets to the heart of that whole aftermath. The trauma creates this silent, shared understanding between the people who actually went through it. It's such an isolating feeling to know deep down that what you saw, what you heard, was real, even if nobody else believes you. It's a memory that can live on in just a single look between two people.
And this really drills down to the core of why these stories are just so deeply scary. See, hide and seek as a game, it works because it lets us safely play with a really deep primal fear, the fear of being hunted. It's a total thrill when the hunter is your buddy and the stakes are just for fun. But it becomes genuinely, truly traumatic when the hunter is real, you have no idea what they want, and the stakes suddenly become your own survival.
So, in the end, what these experiences do is they transform a simple game into a really chilling lesson. They're a stark reminder that the safety we feel, even in the places we know best, can be incredibly fragile. And it leaves all of us with one haunting, final thought, which you can see right there on the screen. When you hide in the dark, you never, ever really know who else might be hiding in there with you.